Welcome everybody. My name is Rachel Garcia. I'm coming to you live from Jacksonville, Florida to share some information with you tonight that could be life-changing. And I don't say that not understanding what a strong statement that is, but this company and this information truly changed my life when I first found out about it back in August of 2008. In August, I was working full-time as a PA, a physician assistant in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. I saw 60 to 70 patients a day and was in the operating room cutting cancers out of my patients half the week. And my nephew, this little guy with the red curly hair, had just been diagnosed with severe autism. This is my Matthew here in front. And they were the same age and both screamed all day long. And we sat with the specialist that year, the pediatrician, who told my sister he has severe autism. That means his mind will never be more than the mind of a 3-year-old. He will always be in schools for autistic children. He will never play team sports. He will never go to college, and he will never speak. I had a lot of questions. I had a 9-month-old at the time who had vaccinations scheduled, and I had a lot of questions. I also have a master's degree in clinical medical sciences. So I started doing a lot of research, and I learned the extreme importance of what we put into our bodies and the toxins that we're putting into our bodies every day and we don't know about. So I started trying to do all these kind of detox kind of things. I started an organic garden. I was juicing. I thought I was doing really good, but I was having trouble with my sleep. My mind raced all night long. I was having trouble with allergies. I was having trouble with my sons. My Matthew there in the stroller had severe constipation issues. And so while I thought I was doing everything right, and I was doing above and beyond what most people do, you see the picture of health there on the left. Well, I was called and asked to take a look at what I'm sharing with you tonight. And I fought it because I worked 12-hour days and I also ran 2 businesses. My husband and I had started 2 businesses in 2008. We were looking for ways to create additional income streams because that's just smart. And so I was busy and I said, no, I don't have time. And they said, well, we're not getting off the phone until you agree to take a look because we really want your professional feedback on this. And so I agreed to take a look. Loved everything I heard. The products were used for 30 years in a clinical practice. The system of cleansing your body of toxins, balancing your pH, building your cells up with good nutrition was used in that clinic for 30 years. And there was a 3-year waiting list for people to get into the clinic. So they decided they were going to start a company in which word of mouth spread the news of these products and people started using them who weren't going to the clinic. And that's how I found out about it. I jumped in, I said, give me everything you've got. 3 months later, I'd lost 30 pounds. My sleep issues were gone within a week. My son's constipation issues were gone within a week. My husband went on to lose over 20 pounds over the next couple of months. But more importantly is what it did for his mind. See the guy on the left, 10 years marriage, struggling mentally. He was angry all the time. When I came home from work, I didn't know, am I going to get the happy guy or am I going to get the angry guy? Walking on eggshells all the time. He was also struggling with severe depression. When I saw the depression disappear and the anger issues disappear 6 weeks in, I said, this is something that I need to find out more about. What was really the kicker for me was when my nephew, that little redheaded guy, 3 months in started speaking. Remember, we'd been told he would never speak. And at this point, I had a lot of questions. I wanted to know why. Is it just Javier, whose depression issues will disappear? Is it just my nephew, who with the severe autism, when we were told he would never speak, started speaking? Or is it everyone? I wanted to know. So I started doing a ton of research. And I'm here today, you guys, 12 years later, telling you our weight has not fluctuated. We've kept all the weight off. My children here are now 13 and 16 years old. They get more nutrition in their bodies in 30 seconds in the morning than their whole class gets in a week. And if you don't think that has an impact on them and the way we live our lives, you have a lot to learn. We don't live in fear in our house. We don't get flu shots. We don't get shots of any kind. We take superfruit shots because we are not starving our immune system. We are building up our immune system so we don't have to be worried and concerned about the things that we may come into contact with. And so I'm here today to share some information with you that could change your life forever. If you're struggling with prescription medications, did you know the average 50-year-old is on 5 prescription medications in the United States of America? We think that's normal. I used to be the person who wrote those prescriptions. I wrote 200 a day. I'm here to tell you that's not normal. And if you give your body what it needs, I believe with all of my heart, it will do what it was made to do. I have discovered that the majority of the illnesses and diseases we face are the result of being toxic, out of balance, and severely lacking in nutrition. And yes, we're all toxic. We're drinking out of plastic water bottles. We're putting saran wrap on our food. We're putting food in Tupperware container and sticking it in the microwave. Our foods, our soils are covered with weed killer, pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, and it's killing us. It's why cancer is expected to overtake heart disease, if it hasn't already, as the #1 killer of Americans. It's the toxins in our food. It's the lack of movement. It's the fact that we're staring at our screens all day long. It's the fact that sitting is the new smoking. And when your body is filtering out toxins, it sits in a cesspool, and we're not moving our bodies enough to get all that junk out. Did you know that sweating is good because it gets your lymph system moving and it sweats out all the toxins? Most people aren't getting nearly enough sleep. So we're severely out of balance and we're extremely lacking in nutrition. We could talk about adults, we could talk about kids. Fast food is on the rise. What we're consuming on a daily basis, we're not getting nearly the amount of plant-based nutrition that we should be getting. And even if we were, studies have shown, this is from comparing soil from 2010 to 1960, that you have to eat 8 oranges, 80 cups of spinach, 99 ears of corn, and 2 cups of wheat to get the same amount of nutrition that our grandparents got in a meal that contained 1 orange, 1 cup of spinach, 1 ear of corn, and 1 cup of wheat. No wonder we're starving. No wonder obesity is taking over our country. No wonder 1 in 3 Americans are expected to have diabetes in the next 20 years, because we're starving. We're not getting the nutrition we're supposed to be getting. We're just shoving it all in all day long. And then we're sitting all day long. I'm about to give you an answer to all of these problems. It's that system that was used in that clinic for 30 years. Cleanse your body of the toxins you've been consuming your whole life. Balance out your pH, your hormone levels, your sleep, your exercise, and build up your cells with whole raw food, plant-based nutrition. Welcome to Pure. Pure is a combination of high quality, high concentrated plant-based nutrition. We don't have a gummy vitamin that fills in all the gaps. Anybody you know consuming of a gummy vitamin that loves their vitamin, that actually can tell when they take it versus when they don't? Probably not. See, I was one of those people who had multiple different kinds of vitamins in my medicine cabinet. I had the resveratrol, I had the CoQ10, I had the omega-3s, I had the calcium, I had the greens, because I'd done my research after my nephew's diagnosis and I'd learned what was important. Well, this package is called the Core Plus. This company has over 55 products. I'm focusing in on the ones as a healthcare provider that you need to know about. It's my opinion, after 12 years of being involved with this company, that there's 6 things that happen when somebody consumes these products every single day for 28 days. 1, they lose weight without trying. 2, they sleep through the night. There's no mind racing. There's no getting up multiple times. 3, they have energy all day long. That energy leads them to exercising. 4, joint pain. Pain of all kinds greatly decreases, if not totally goes away. 5, bowel habits improve. Do you struggle with constipation, hemorrhoids, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, polyps? Bowel habits improve. 6, your mood improves, but you don't usually notice it. Everyone in your life does. They're like, oh, that stuff. My nurses used to say, you need to go to the kitchen and take your stuff, because they could tell when I took it and they can tell when I didn't. We have a vitamin that is 23 vitamins and minerals, but basically, friends, it's whole raw food, plant-based nutrition. You've got algae, blue-green algae, you've got spirulina, you've got resveratrol, CoQ10, curcumin, all of the things that you know as a healthy person you should be consuming, they have it in this, in food form, so your body immediately knows what to do with it. Argoin is our #1 seller. It's a 5,000-year-old Asian formulation. There's clinical studies published showing it helps with anxiety and depression. We call it marriage counselor in a bottle. Many people are known to drink it straight out of the fridge because it's like wine without the alcohol. It's just very calming. So if you're a rager, if you have anxiety, might be your favorite product. Our Cleanse product cleanses the 7 channels that we eliminate through your lungs, your liver, your skin, lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, and intestines. They all have a job to cleanse out the junk. But we're backed up, we're sludged up, just like our cars get backed up with old, nasty oil. And every 5,000 miles, we have to go in and get it out. This Cleanse product gets all the junk out so your body can start to absorb the good stuff. Mila might be my favorite product. It's high in omega-3s. Omega-3s have been shown to be important in almost every biochemical reaction that happens in our body. They're called essential fatty acids. Our body doesn't make them, we have to put them in. You've heard of fish oil? Well, 2 tablespoons of this food, Mila, are equal to 12 fish oil pills. Huge for cholesterol, huge for blood pressure, huge for the gut, huge for brain focus, huge for speaking abilities, huge for motor skills, huge for focus and concentration. Omega-3s are powerful, powerful, essential fatty acids that we all need, especially your kids, especially the elderly. Calcium is combined with magnesium, potassium, and vitamin D, as well as vitamin K, all things that many people are deficient in. If you have muscle spasms, if you have migraines, if you have insomnia, if you have tightness of any kind, tightness in your joints, tightness in your body, tightness in your mood, likely you are deficient in magnesium or calcium. If you have issues with teeth, bones healing, osteoporosis, you're likely deficient in calcium or magnesium. They have to be perfectly combined for your body to absorb it, and there's no dairy in our calcium magnesium combination. Also high amounts of vitamin D that your body absorbs very quickly because, again, it's in plant liquid form. Our sulfur is another one of our top selling products. It's a mineral that we are all deficient in. Our grandparents used to get it in the soil. Decreases inflammation. It's a must consume product if you struggle with inflammation of any kind, pain, asthma, allergies, cystic acne. Inflammation is the root of all diseases that we face. And then our energy is meant to be a replacement of that acidic coffee that so many people start their day with. That they start up like this and then they're shaking and then they crash and then they need more. Or you're taking a drink and a soda halfway through the day, or you drink a bunch of sweet teas. It's plant-based. I think they should call it focus. It dials you in and gives you focus for 6 to 8 hours. Do you have a kid who's on ADHD medications? Pay very close attention. I know you don't like those side effects. You are going to love what we have here with Pure. I know this seems like a lot. You're thinking there's no way we can do that. It's too much work. This is my little guy. Every single morning, my boys get more nutrition in their bodies in 30 seconds in the morning before they leave the house than their whole class gets in a week. And it is apparent. And as I said before, we don't worry about viruses in our family. So I can assure you, if he can do this, you can do this. It's really not that hard. This is health from the inside out, and the changes are radical. This is my friend Summer, who used to struggle with severe debilitating migraines since she was 10 years old. She's been on extremely potent medication for the migraines that had severe side effects. She also struggled with a lot of other issues, joint pain, sleep issues, that are all resolved since starting on Pure. Joby also struggled with a lot of joint pain as he played football in college, wasn't able to get down on the ground with his kids. A couple months in on Pure, all issues have resolved. I don't know what's going to happen for you. I'm not going to make claims about what's going to happen for you. You might see nothing happen. But I've been doing this 12 years and I'm going to share some stories with you. Dr. Nkamakpala is a medical doctor up in New Jersey. She said she felt embarrassed when she told her patients they needed to get healthy and was giving them advice on nutrition and exercise. So she jumped on board with Pure, and look at what happened. She lost over 150 pounds and is now a huge proponent of the products and recommends them instead of prescriptions to her patients. Michelle and Rick Weathersby struggled with type 1 diabetes as well as rheumatoid arthritis. Rick was on blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication, and multiple medications for rheumatoid arthritis. He is now off all of them. Michelle is a type 1 diabetic, has been told her numbers are better than they have ever been. Her nurse practitioner came in after a few months on the products and said, What are you doing? I've never seen your hemoglobin A1C this good. It's powerful stuff, guys. Or maybe you're struggling with weight. Carrie was struggling with weight. She had 2 little ones at home. She had the mom brain fog. She was deficient in vitamin D. She got started on our Pure Detox program. Weight dropped off and has more energy than she can ever remember having. Our detox program is a very focused program. If you know you drink too much, you know you eat too much, you need a metabolism jump start, and you want a regimented plan rather than the Core Plus. It's just 30 seconds in the morning, 30 seconds at night. Regimented plan for 30 days. We have some tremendous results. And that was a calendar that I just showed you where we tell you exactly what to eat, morning, snack, lunch. You eat a lot, okay? But we're telling you exactly what to eat, and you're incorporating the Core Plus along with some metabolism boosters and some fat burners. The results are pretty fabulous. 23 pounds lost in 12 weeks on the detox here, but more importantly, maybe were his inches. All right, so if you're looking for a radical change, ask to be added to our detox group where you can see before and after pictures, as well as get a look at the kinds of foods that are consumed while you're doing the detox. So a lot of people think, oh, detox, weight loss plan, I'm not going to eat. Oh, you eat, and you eat a lot. So what is Pure? What is this thing your friend invited you to? Pure is just an online store, but they don't do any marketing. They don't hire a marketing firm. They don't have radio ads or commercials or billboards. So they're just relying on people that really love what they have to share it with others. And so one of the questions I had, and that you probably have as well, is what makes them different from all those other shake companies and weight loss companies that we see out there? Well, there's a few things. First, what caught my eye is that the products were used, the system was used in a clinical practice for 30 years. That's a long time. They started because there was a demand for the system, not a bunch of men getting together and go, oh, these kind of companies make a lot of money. Let's start one. Let's go hire some scientists who are going to cook up some blueberry vitamins in a lab and try to sell those. No, that's not what happened here. There was a demand for the products and therefore they started. And I'll tell you, there's no sugar in our products. Our products are not the best tasting on the planet, but we have a 93.3% repurchase rate. Why do you think that is? Well, it's because they work. We have third-party testing. Many of our products are listed in the physician's desk reference, and then our products are flown in from all over the world. We have superfruits grown in the Polynesian islands like noni, goji that comes from the Himalayan mountains, acai from Brazil, mangosteen from Southeast Asia. All of these are 100% superfruit bottles, and they're flown into our FDA registered facilities where they're then packaged and then shipped out to us. Mangosteen has been shown in clinical studies in the United States for over 3 decades to be huge for cancer, to be huge for inflammation, to be huge for allergies. Noni is really big for reflux, for any bowel issues of any kind, for cancer prevention, as well as for pain. Goji is known to be big for circulation issues as well as mood. And so there's a lot of studies out there. You can literally go type it in and start looking up what have all these things been shown to help for, and know that we have 100% wildly harvested superfruits. They're not mixed with juices. They're the best of the best. And so when I saw this, I said, wait a minute, I'm not gonna have to go to the health food store and do my research and read the vitamins and buy this kind and this kind and this kind from this company. They got it all for me here. I'm in. Give me everything they've got. It's a click of a button. It's delivered right to my door. No more research. If you want to do more research after this, I hope you do. Go to purelifechangers.com. You will see loads and loads of testimonies under the Real Stories tab. You will see information on the products under the Products tab with doctors from our Wellness Advisory Panel teaching on the products. If you're not already in our Changing Lives with Pure page, ask whoever invited you to add you to that page. Use the magnifying glass to type in migraines, ADHD, liver function tests, kidney issues, and watch all the testimonies that pull up. Very just real testimonies of people who've had their lives changed. And then go pick your package. You guys, this is just an online shopping site. Go to livepure.com. And if you choose to become a preferred customer at checkout, you'll get an additional 25% off of the retail. You'll get 25% off the retail price. Basically, you put your email address and you get 25% off. There's no obligation to purchase again. There's no fee for that. So if you grab the Core Plus, if you shop for the Core Plus, just type it in the search box. The Core Plus is about $274. I'm going to tell you tonight how to get an additional 20% off of that already 25% off savings. All right. When it comes down to $210 for the Core Plus, some people go, wait a minute, is that every month? No, it's a 28-day reset. Jumpstart your body. Give it what it needs for 28 days. You've destroyed your body for decades. Give it what it needs for 28 days. And you'll figure out what you love. You'll see 1 to 6 of those things. They have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. You can't go wrong. And then you decide what you love and you go forward. Most people end up ordering about $100 to $125 worth of products a month. Oh, that seems expensive. I don't think I can do that. I'm going to tell you what, as a healthcare provider, you either take care of your body now or you're miserable later. You cannot buy your health back. There comes a point where you cannot buy your health back. This is your house. It's where you live your whole life. It's more important than your curtains. It's more important than your shoes. You can't afford not to do this, friends. Okay. Most people spend about $130 a month here. What is that? $2? $2 a day. Is it worth $2 a day to get your health on track? The first month, you maybe spend $210, $215 the first month to get your body on track. And then going forward, you spend $2 a day. And you know, you can feel the results to the point that when you travel, you will not travel without the products. You can throw the Detox pack into your bin. Usually it's $449 at the preferred customer price. You can get another 20% off. That's another $90 off of that to have a whole 30-day plan of exactly what to do to detox your body. Or mix and match. Throw the superfruits in. I say if you're 35 or over, you need the Core Plus and the superfruits. Look at our immune boosting products, which every single person who's involved with Pure is using the immune boosters right now for such a time as this. And I'm going to pause for a moment and say, if anything you just heard me say spoke to you, go to livepure.com and start shopping. April 2021 is the code that you want to put in at checkout, APRIL 2021, to get an additional 20% off. Register to create an account, choose to become a preferred customer, and put in the discount code April 2021 for that additional 20% off as you check out. But if you've been struggling financially in any way in the last year and a half, maybe you've racked up debt, maybe you're worried about your job, maybe you have a kid going to get a car, they're about to turn 16, 17, you don't know how you're going to do that, or maybe they're going to college. Debt, stress financially can cause severe health issues. And if you've been looking for a way to create an additional income, I'm here to tell you this might be it. My husband and I jumped in with both feet for the products. We saw such radical health changes in ourselves and the people that we loved, and checks started coming weekly. My husband's like, what is going on? How are you making all this money? I'm like, I don't know. I was literally just telling people, go watch this video, go take a look at this, go watch this video. They would jump in, they would try it, and then they would purchase again. And then they would tell their sister, because suddenly they're pooping like they've never pooped, and they're telling their sister and they're telling their cousin, and more people are purchasing. You see, the company decided that if you decide to share this with others, they're going to pay you well. You can choose to build teams of people who tell others, or you might just tell people about the products, and you can get paid between 10% to 50% back on every single order purchased. It's a great way to leverage your time. Most people are paying interest while they sleep on their loans, but most people aren't making money while they sleep. Just by referring others to take a look at this, if they choose to purchase, you will get paid. It's the company's way of saying, thank you. We would have never found Barbara Brown if you hadn't shared it with them. So here, we're going to give you a little percentage of their earnings, a percentage of the profit from them placing an order. Now, I didn't tell you, one of our investors is Phil Knight, one of the wealthiest men in the world. Skip used to be in business with Phil Knight. He used to be a sports retail store owner, and he was one of the first guys to sell Nike shoes. And when he heard Phil Knight's name, he said, I'm in. Hadn't even heard the whole presentation. I'm in. That man's wealthy. He's smart. He surrounds himself with smart people, and he doesn't jump into things unless he knows he's going to do well. I'm in. Changed their lives. Kristen now has free time. She was living out of a suitcase 200 nights out of the year as a sales VP for a massive retail company. She was able to walk away from that, build this part-time from home, inviting people to take a look at a presentation, and has been able to get those years back with her girls. Josh and Ashley with $30,000 in debt, no way out. He was capped out at his job. He worked as an inner city director of a camp for children that really didn't have much of anything. And he was capped out, and he was in debt, and there was no way to get ahead. He had all these dreams of what he wanted to accomplish and 3 little kids and no way to get ahead. He jumped in the first 3 months, he made that $30,000, paid off all the back debt, and he continued to create an income with Pure that he was then able to take and invest in real estate. He now has over 8 properties that are paying him monthly because of his jump in with Pure in 2018. You guys, the stories go on, and people sometimes go, wait a minute, is this one of those things where the people at the top make all the money? I said, you know, like your job, like where you got the boss, and then you've got the vice president of the company, and you've got the project managers, and then the secretaries. Secretaries can't make as much as the CFO because there's only one CFO. Right? Like that? No, it's the opposite of that. You can make as much as you want. You can make more than me. It's totally dependent on how coachable you are, whether or not you follow a system, whether or not you take action every single day. And we've got a system in place. So if this is something you choose to do, you literally choose to join us as a business builder, we plug you into an online training system. And then we partner with you and we walk with you every step of the way. You can work with us as much as you want to, or you can learn everything online through our trainings that we put together for you. But it is nothing like anything you've ever seen before. Imagine having vending machines all over the world. And every time somebody purchases from those vending machines, you get paid a little bit of money. Imagine telling your cousin up in New Jersey and she becomes one of your vending machines. And then you wake up in the morning and there's 8 vending machines in New Jersey. And now there's 8 people, and every time they purchase, you make a little bit of money. That's how this works. Except I work while you're sleeping to build your vending machines around the world. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. If you've ever looked for a way to get ahead, this might be it. I've watched this couple's life totally change. Lindley was working a corporate job, hated it, started her own small business. Starting your own small business is not all peaches and cream. I know, I started one. I had a brick and mortar retail store. You are suddenly tied to that thing. You're working it all the time. And I was watching her waste so much time on that business while I knew what she could do here. She jumped in the summer of 2018. This couple made over $500,000 in the next 2.5 years, working very part-time. She sat down one day and called 50 people and invited them to take a look. And from that, thousands and thousands and thousands of lives were changed. Lauren has worked really hard during the pandemic. She's a kindergarten teacher, and built a team of people who were consuming products and a few who were sharing with others. And now her checks are continuing to grow while she's working full-time as a kindergarten teacher, and she's not really spending much time on Pure, and checks are just continuing to pile in. What are you making money on now that you did 6 months ago, 9 months ago, a year ago? Leveraging your time. Maybe you like to travel. Will and Susan have traveled the world with me. This is a picture of them in Bora Bora. Another way that the company says thank you is they take us on trips. So go to livepure.com, you guys. Pick your pack, whether it's the Core Plus and the Super Fruits or the Detox pack or maybe you're going to mix and match some others. But if you're looking at the business, I want to encourage you to look at one of our business packs. We have a few of them. My favorite one is the family package. It's normally $2,549, and you can get 20% off of that right now. So you can get it for $2,050. That's such a huge savings. What's powerful about this package is it locks you in to get more money back on your repeat customer orders. Now there's smaller packages. There's a lifestyle package. It's about $1,000 right now. And that'll give you 40% back on your return customer orders for 4 months. But this big package, you guys, with the 20% off right now, you're getting $3,000 worth of products for $2,000. Access to our team VIP site with extra coaching and mentoring, 50% back on your repeat customer orders for 5 months. Remember, there's a 93% repurchase rate. Access to biannual team retreats my husband and I put on for you. Option to have us record a private webinar for you. Do you think if you invited people to this webinar and you were at the beginning saying, hi friends, let me tell you why I love it, might have a little bit of a bigger impact? And then our free Go In for Life program. So as I wrap up, I just want to encourage you, what may start as just you and your spouse very quickly can turn into a team of 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm going to tell you, we have traveled the world together with some of the best like-minded people who just want to help others. We want time freedom. We want more time with our kids. We want to be able to travel when we want to travel and not have to beg off for 2 weeks of work from our boss. But I'm going to tell you, this last picture right here has 2 of my brothers and their wives in it. We were in a 5-star luxury resort, the Grand Wailea in Hawaii, and the company paid for us to go. Who would you love to travel the world with? Who would you love to take free vacations with? Because you're changing other people's lives. You guys, when I call people who've gotten started on the products and they've been in 6 weeks, 8 weeks, they say, thank you. My migraines are gone. My blood pressure's down. I'm going to the bathroom every day. I'm not yelling at my kids every day. But I'm going to tell you, if there's something that I've said to you that might speak to you tonight, get back to the person who invited you. Don't go into the witness protection program. Tell them what you liked best. Don't be surprised if they don't answer your questions. Maybe they're going to plug you into somebody who can answer the questions. That's the beauty of this business. But if you see something that you like and you don't make a change, you don't jump towards something unfamiliar that could change your life forever, nothing's going to change. But this could be that moment that changes your life forever. This could be that opportunity. Don't let it pass you by. That's my plea to you. Don't let it pass you by. Get your questions answered. So I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to stay on for just a minute.